Welcome back to Grade 3 of the Science Fair, or Engineering and Design. This is your last unit of the year. This week we'll be continuing with our presentation that you should have started last week on your technology. So make sure that you have your technology presentation open. On the title page, state the name of the technology that you have selected that's going to be the technology that you're going to be creating. On the second page, which is your first content page, you'll have the subtitle Problem. On this page, state the problem that you are trying to solve. So what is the problem that your technology is going to answer to help make your life easier? This could be the statement you thought about last week, and that would be, I wish I had blank to make my life easier right now. Your problem statement should be in the form of a question, however. So an example of that is, how can I take notes on this in the shower, since that is when I think of things? And that's from the video that we watched last week. So you're solving a problem by creating something, but you're writing it in a question format. On the third page, which is your second content page, create the title Hypothesis. This is where you're going to propose an answer to the question. For that one, it should be a statement. I will create a blank, or in this case a notepad made out of thin rubber sheets with a marker that is waterproof. On each of these pages, make sure to include pictures to enhance the presentation. And they can be simple pictures like you see over here, or your hypothesis page, you can also put your plan, which is going to be your math connection for this week. For your math connection, like I said, you should have that idea of what you're going to be creating anyway, but you're going to draw a plan for your experiment. So make sure to write what your measurements will be in the drawing. So again, you're going to write your estimates. This doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the actual measurements yet, but you should have something that we call a blueprint. Now what I want you to do is create a T-chart, which is this right here, and write your initial measurements on the chart. So that'll be in one of the columns, probably the left-hand one. So for example, if your length of the item is 3 inches, the height is 2 inches, and the width is 4 inches, you're going to write those here. You're going to be revisiting this later in the unit to see how accurate your technology was. Your blueprint should include 3 drawings in total, and they don't have to be intricate. They don't have to be absolutely perfect. But I want you to show me that you at least are planning what your technology is going to look like. So you should have a top view, you should have that front view, and then you should have a side view. So it should look something like this, very simple, but it should have measurements somewhere on them. So it have a line that shows what the length is going to be, the height, and so on. When you complete the drawing, this is what you're going to place on your hypothesis page with the statement that you had just discussed. Lastly, for your Week 2 literacy connection, in the notes section of your presentation, under the pages that you've just worked on, so your problem and hypothesis page, take notes about how you'll present. So possibly, again, you can write either in the form where you're going to write out every single word you're going to say, or you could do it in bullet point format. So make sure that on that problem page you write an explanation of the problem you're trying to solve and why you're trying to solve that problem. And make sure on the hypothesis page to include what you think the answer to your questions may be and why you think this will help solving your problem.